If you're serious about mobile filmmaking and you want to use external lenses with your smartphone, this gimbal is a perfect choice for you because it has 500 grams of payload. Let's review that. What's good, guys? My name is Oleg Nikitin, you're watching No Limits On channel, and this is the Hohem iSteady M7, the latest and greatest by Hohem. The first and the most crucial feature of this gimbal, as I said, is the payload, up to 500 grams. For example, right here, I'm using the iPhone 15 Pro Max with the freewheel case and also the freewheel 1.33x anamorphic lens, a pretty beefy one, and with an ND filter that sticks onto the front of the lens itself. And as you can tell, guys, it's doing just fine. No issues whatsoever, and it handles this pretty beefy setup easily. And the weight of the gimbal itself is 630 grams, so this setup is slightly above 1 kilogram. And if we're talking about smaller gimbals like Insta360 Flow or OM7 from DJI, they are not designed to be used with external lenses, so they won't handle this setup. The motors are not strong enough. But with this gimbal, it's more than fine. On top, we have a built-in module for AI tracking, but it also features a built-in LED light. Let's turn it on. As you can tell here, I have some fill light with warm colors, but we can also change it from 2700 Kelvin, the warm light, to 5600 Kelvin, the cool light. And you can also get the RGB values, 360 degrees of hue, so any colorful value can be toggled right here, and you can get some pretty awesome effects with this gimbal. The M7 has the latest and greatest stabilization tech from Hohem company, and let's have a look at a few tests. So the gimbal is crucial if you shoot in low light scenarios, and you'll have the artifacts of stabilization if you are not using the gimbal because of a longer shutter speeds, and also if you use external lenses, especially the anamorphic lenses, it is crucial to have your horizon leveled, and you'll have much better results with the gimbal than without it, even though the smartphones these days have awesome stabilization as is. I suggest combining the gimbal with the extreme level of stabilization in your Blackmagic camera app, or simply don't turn off the stabilization in your native camera app of your iPhone or Android device, because you have better performance, at least in my experience, because it'll just reduce the minimal shakes, like the micro jitters that are produced by any gimbal basically, and the digital stabilization will enhance the performance. So combine those two and you'll get the best results. In terms of battery life, this gimbal can provide you with 4 hours of work of the gimbal, plus the LED light, plus the AI tracker. Also, you can get up to 8 hours if you turn off the AI tracker and you use the LED light and the gimbal itself. And if you use only the gimbal without the light and the AI tracker, you'll get up to 12 hours of battery life, which is very nice. So here is how you move with your gimbal and how you hold it. So basically, you take it with 2 of your hands, you press the elbows against your body, and you do like a ninja walk. So you kind of sit down a little bit and you do some very gentle moves. So if I turn this way, as you can tell, I'm going from heel to toe and doing my best to do a very smooth walk. So let me walk this way, like this. Yeah, and that's the key to have a very nice stable footage. Do not put all the stress on the gimbal. Your body has to work as a gimbal as well. Also, guys, we have a 5-watt out USB Type-C port, so you can charge your phone while using this gimbal, or simply use the gimbal as a battery bank. The Hohem M7 also has an integrated selfie stick about 20 centimeters long, and you can get some awesome low to the ground shots, or simply use it as a long selfie stick. And then you simply collapse it down, and that's it. But the coolest feature of this smartphone gimbal is the detachable remote control with built-in LCD screen, and you can actually see yourself when you try to track yourself. So here is the double tap on my face, and as you can tell, guys, the gimbal starts tracking me. And then I can disable the tracking, and you can actually track not only people but also subjects, and you can do it remotely with this one, and then it charges with those connectors when you attach it back to the gimbal. So convenient. One more pretty cool feature is the remote control with AI, and as you can tell, I can see myself right here on this tiny little screen, and if I show it OK sign, it'll start tracking me, and as you can tell, it tracks me like in the rule of thirds. But if I want to like compensate it, I can do like so. Come on. Yep, like so. Once again, Yeah. So right now, guys, as you can probably tell, it is tracking me, and the tracking feature is working pretty much flawlessly. I can still see myself in a very nice position, and it's great if you are blogging by yourself. As you can tell, I can do this or I can do that, and it is tracking me flawlessly. And even if I go like further away, it is still showing the green box around my face, and I can go backwards. I can even probably jump. Yeah. And it's really nice if you film yourself, you're doing like a cooking show or something, or you're just a blogger like myself. It's a very nice touch, and this is why you probably would buy a gimbal in 2025 and moving on as well. In terms of hardware features and control elements, we have a ton of things going on. So we have a control knob which can be assigned to different functions like the roll axis, or you can change the color temperature or the brightness of the LED light on the top. You have your A and B buttons, so you can set the A point, the B point, and the timing in which we go from one point to another. We have the joystick, the mode button, the record button if you connect it to your phone with the app by Hohem. You have your zooming in and out button with the app. You have your turn on button, the USB Type-C in and the USB Type-C out, and also two 1/4 20-inch threads, so you can add some accessories. And also we have the locking access for each and every motor. Very nice. And the very important thing in filming with the gimbal is using the parallax effect. So when you have something on the foreground, like those branches, and something on the background, like those skyscrapers, when you do your movement like this, for example, like so, you can see the branches moving, and it's adding a lot of the effect. So if we start moving this way, the branches will get out of the way and we'll get like a reveal shot. With this anamorphic lens, it's a neutral lens, but it's getting warmer because of the sun. It looks so much more cinematic. So use this technique, use parallax effect to enhance the feeling of movement in your shots. And it also has a very handy mode, which is called wide angle mode. So if you are using like a 13mm lens with your iPhone 0.5x, here we have the motor, which is in the shot. If you don't use this mode, but when we hit this button, it goes like this, and now you don't have the motor in front of your lens, which is so convenient. All the control elements are at your fingertips. We have a pretty bright LCD display, or an OLED display, I guess, and you can change all the settings right on the display, and you don't have to go to the app to change most of the settings, most crucial ones at least. But the app is very nice. It's called Hohem Joy, and you can enable the tracking features in those. You have some extra options in the app, but in my opinion, I would prefer using a Blackmagic camera app and to shoot in Apple log, because it will give me a much better like image quality and noise performance, etc. No over sharpened image, so I would prefer the Blackmagic camera, but the Hohem Joy is a nice app to have, and if you shoot non-Apple log style, you'll be more than happy with the app. And finally, the price. It is priced at $255. In my opinion, it is a very decent price for this good of a product. And if you are into mobile filmmaking and you do use the AI tracker and you have the remote control and you film like a cooking show by yourself, this is a no-brainer, guys. And if you only use your smartphone for filmmaking, this is the best bang for a buck smartphone gimbal on the market right now, hands down. So let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of this gimbal, and how often do you use the AI tracker capabilities? And also, if you did enjoy this video, smash the like and subscribe buttons and hit the notifications bell. And right here, I have a full review of another Hohem gimbal, a bit cheaper one, but also with the AI tracker. So if you are in the budget, you can check that video out. So see you in that one. Take care. Bye.